On the Channel 3 News this morning, under fire. A massive blaze breaks out in St. Johnsbury, leaving several families homeless for the holidays. Outage update. Power companies continue work getting customers back online after Friday's storm. And the final countdown. Shoppers rush to find those last-minute deals just before Christmas.
From WCAX, Vermont's most trusted news source, this is the Channel 3 News.
Good morning. It's 5 o'clock. I'm Molly Smith.
And I'm Gary Sadowski.
And it's Monday, so cue that rooster.
All right. His first post-apocalyptic crow.
Wow.
I guess he made it, huh?
Wow, yes. Well, Merry Christmas Eve to the rooster and to all of you joining us this morning.
That's right.
You too, Gary.
Yeah, thank you, and to you too. And the day before Christmas, it looks like it. It feels like it. We're chilly out there. 19 degrees is our current temperature under partly cloudy skies right now. Actually looking for a fairly decent day today after all that snow that we got over the weekend. Just looking for partly sunny skies today. High temperatures, mid to upper 20s, and it looks like we might get some snow for Christmas. We'll talk about that.
Oh boy, yeah, we got a nice little coating here in the Champlain Valley overnight.
Yeah.
A little blustery too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, Gary. A huge fire in downtown St. Johnsbury kept crews busy for most of Sunday. The fire started Sunday afternoon at the Artistic Gardens building at 430 Railroad Street. Multiple departments from Vermont and New Hampshire responded to the scene. The street was shut down as crews worked to contain the fire. Those who live in the town say the building dates back to the late 1800s. It's a multi-use building with apartments and businesses. However, fire officials say all tenants were able to make it out uninjured. Diana Chalou-Lacerte was on Railroad Street shopping with her mother when the fire started. She saw flames shooting out of the upstairs apartments.
We literally had just walked by maybe 5 minutes earlier and it was like, no, we don't need anything in there. So we crossed the street and walked down towards the other end, and then that's when the fire truck started coming down. You come around the corner and those flames were just shooting right out. My father's house is like very close to there, so we could still see the smoke coming up. About, at least 2 hours later, and there was still flame coming up.
Officials from the Red Cross say 14 people from 10 apartments have received assistance. 3 firefighters were injured during the blaze, but officials say those injuries are only minor. At this time, we do not know what caused the fire or the extent of the damages to that building. Almost all customers who lost power in Friday's storm are now back online. High winds toppled trees and brought down power lines, leaving many in the dark. About 32,000 Green Mountain Power customers lost electricity during the storm. The latest numbers show that only 30 homes still need lights turned back on. Officials say that should happen within the next several hours, and GMP reps also say they want to hear from anyone who still does not have their electricity restored. More beds are coming to the Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center. The hospital is planning to add 29 beds in the coming year. Renovations have begun for an additional 14 adult critical care beds and 15 beds in the surgical unit. They are expected to be available to patients by this time next year. Officials say the hospital is often at full capacity and needs more beds to take on more patients who are in need. That hospital is the only level 1 care facility in the region to treat patients with life-threatening conditions. South Burlington police are looking for a man who they say exposed himself to a child at the University Mall. Police are looking for this man. The suspect allegedly exposed himself to a 10-year-old girl inside the Kohl's store at the mall on Sunday afternoon. He's described as 5 feet 10 inches tall with a medium build and short red hair. He was wearing a black athletic track pants and a white t-shirt with white sneakers. Anyone with information is asked to contact the South Burlington police. Well, if you haven't finished your holiday shopping, it's not too late. As Kyle Maduro reports, today is your final chance to get in on those last-minute deals.
Thousands of cars streamed through Taft Corner Sunday as shoppers rushed to big box stores in Williston. The pace proved a bit slower on Church Street in Burlington earlier in the day, but nearly everyone had the same goal: finding the perfect last-minute Christmas gifts.
Well, let me see. I have my mom, my dad, my sister.
Well, last year I did it on Christmas Eve, so I'm actually getting out early.
my aunt, my uncle, my 2 cousins.
We're on the prowl right now. You know, I like the stress. You gotta love the stress.
And probably anybody else in between that I can think of.
Basically get here and show each other what we like.
And you find some late deals, which is always a plus.
And I work at the Outdoor Gear Exchange, so that's probably where most of my shopping is going to happen.
People are pretty predictable in their procrastination.
For Maureen Short, spending her holiday season on Church Street is a tradition, one that's been running for 29 years. She says at this time of year, she sees a different crowd at her jewelry stand.
Through the year, almost all of my customers are women. And then at Christmas, I'd say it's 80% guys.
Just south on the pedestrian walkway, it's a similar story at Von Bargen's Jewelry.
I expect we'll probably have 70 or 80 people today and probably another 30 or 40 on Monday.
Philip Bozen, the store's director, says those walking through their door either know exactly what they want or need a good deal of guidance. But as with children's toys, popular items go fast.
Our inventory is fantastic right now. It's just not as full as it was a couple weeks ago.
Experienced last-minute shoppers say they've still got plenty of time to cross everyone off their shopping lists. Kyle Madura, Channel 3 News, Burlington.
All right, as always here on Channel 3, we're keeping them honest. Are you done shopping?
Kinda. Mostly. 99%.
Good.
So there.
Good. And now you know.
Not much chance of getting anything done today.
Is it a 99% chance of snow, too?
There will be. Not today, though. Today we're looking for actually no snow. Right now we're at 19 degrees under partly cloudy skies. The rest of the day, partly sunny, a little cooler than what we've been used to. Mid to upper 20s are going to be the high temperatures. Christmas is tomorrow. It'd be nice to get some snow falling. It looks like that just might happen, and maybe some real snow down the pipe. We'll be talking about that coming right up.
Gear up for the holidays at Farmway in Bradford, Vermont. With over 20,000 pairs of boots and shoes, we can fit your feet and lifestyle. Buy a pair of Ugg boots or Dansko clogs and get a free pair of Smart Wool socks. 20% off winter pack boots by Sorel, Kamek, and more. 20% off hiking boots, snowshoes, Darn Tough and Smart Wool socks, rugged Carhartt workwear, and Levi jeans. 20% off Hilson. Might as well have the best. Unbelievable Lazy Boy prices. Plenty of gifts to choose from in the gift house. Largest selection of Vera Bradley in the area. 25 to 50% off retired style. Best prices on maple syrup, Cabot cheese, and butter. We have plenty of parking and we are worth the trip.
Merry Christmas Eve!
Country superstar Trisha Yearwood's trimming your kitchen time.
You take a roast and it goes in the oven for about 3 or 4 hours. So you have time to do other stuff.
With her super easy holiday roast.
See you later.
And a side of celebrity.
These are Tom Cruise green beans.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yay!
Then she's facing the music in our 2nd annual Battle of the Carolers.
I hate to be that judge, but I'm that judge.
So who will be crowned the winner? Next, Rachel.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Today's weather is brought to you by the Vermont Mattress Depot.
Winter's coming. It's time to prepare your den, stay nice and warm, and get ready to stick out the cold. But you shouldn't have to let a bad mattress ruin your season. Call the experts at Vermont Mattress Depot, and you can rest assured that our knowledgeable staff will have you set up with a bed of your dreams in no time. With Vermont Mattress Depot, you'll always receive expert advice at a wholesale price, so you can rest comfortably this winter, just like Larry.
Welcome back, everybody. It's a big travel day for a lot of families, Gary. You know, go over the river and through the woods or down the interstate.
Go through the river.
Some people, I should have thought about that.
Yeah, but you know, yeah. It's going to be a good day for travel, too. We're actually going to see some sunshine. We did get some snow during the weekend, you know, and it varied quite a bit depending on where you were. We, a lot of times in the Weather Center joke, we can predict anywhere from a dusting to 15 inches of snow, and it comes true. So that's what happened over the weekend. We do have a lot of roads that are pretty slick out there this morning, so do take it easy. I know this is a big travel day, but for the most part, it's going to be okay. We're going to see some sunshine by the afternoon. Right now, we've got this, 19 degrees here in Burlington. And we've been clearing out the skies over the last couple of hours. The pressure on the rise, and right now the winds are out of the northwest at 10 miles per hour. Sunrise time will be at 7:27, and now it's going to be setting at 4:18 later in the afternoon. First of all, let's check out temperatures. Kind of chilly, especially here in the northern areas. We're looking at temperatures into the teens for just about all of us. 11 degrees over at Saranac Lake right now, one of the colder spots, but a little bit warmer down in our southern areas. We're mainly looking at upper 20s and low 30s just about about everywhere. Now here's the cloud loop, and you can see what's going on after that weekend of cloudiness and snow flurries and snow showers. Well, that's all pretty much getting out of here, and we're breaking up the cloud cover right now, and we are going to see a little bit of sunshine. Again, across the entire Northeast, we got the colder air up to the north. We've got a lot of teens, 7 degrees right now. Ottawa, 9 degrees at North Bay, but we got some of those low 30s down to the south, 37. New York City, one of the warm spots around the Northeast. Here's the way it looks on the big picture. Not a whole lot going on up here in the Northeast. A little clipper system bringing some snow showers to the Great Lakes, and also we could have a batch of rain down in the Southeast. Now, we've got some active weather ahead of us after today, but here's how it's going to work today. Basically looking for a little bit of sunshine, a few clouds mixing in, but once we get into the overnight, well, we have some clouds moving back on in, and in fact, by morning, we're going to get in on a little bit of light snow, a little system passing by to our south, going to kick back some snow showers, which looks like, yep, we're going to get a little bit of snow for Christmas, mainly in our central and southern areas. That's where we expect to see a few inches of accumulation. Gets out of here tomorrow night, and then we have a quiet day on Wednesday before we might get a big snowstorm by Wednesday night and Thursday. Here's the way it looks on the forecast then. Today, partly sunny skies, high temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. Tonight, well, we're going to see clouds on the increase. We'll get some of that light snow in here by morning, especially our southern areas. Overnight lows in the mid to upper teens. And tomorrow, look for that light snow on Christmas Day, 25 to 32 for highs. And looking for about a dusting to about 3 inches in our southern areas by the end of the day. That sounds like a nice Christmas. Wednesday, partly sunny skies. We're going to be clouding up more towards the end of the day. We're keeping our eyes on this system that right now looks like it's going to bring some pretty decent snow Wednesday into Thursday, and then some snow showers left over on Friday. Might even be another one over the weekend, late Saturday into Sunday. That one is a little less sure, but yeah, let's focus on that Wednesday and Thursday one. I think we're going to get some snow. May mix with a little bit of sleet, but for the most part, good old-fashioned snowstorm.
I think that today, for the ski industry, you are Santa, and you are bringing them everything that they wanted.
There you go.
And
I
not just the industry,
like Santa,
riders included. Good stuff. All right, we'll keep an eye on that, Gary. Thank you.
Will do.
And coming up, a Connecticut light display that you have to see to believe. And how does this surfing Santa hope to help the homeless? We'll tell you next in Northeast News.
Dodge Big Finish event is going to make the season even brighter with 3 7-passenger vehicles, like Dodge Durango with best-in-class standard power and towing, Dodge Journey, America's most versatile crossover, and Dodge Grand Caravan, the most awarded best-selling minivan ever. Let's see the neighbors compete with that. Get great deals now at the Dodge Big Finish event. Now get a low-mileage lease on Durango Crew all-wheel drive V8 for $279 a month for well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles.
The wait is over. Toyotathon is on. It's the biggest sales event of the year and the one you don't want to miss. Get 0 for 60 plus up to $4,500 bonus cash on Prius plug-in hybrids. Toyotathon is on. The one event you don't want to miss.
Hey, Vermont, are you ready to jump on it?
Looking for that last-minute stocking stuffer or gift? Let Spalon Euphoria in Essex help you out. With today's Jump On It deal, get a spa manicure for only $22.50, a $45 value.
Jump on it now at myjumponit.com.
There are plenty of reasons to be jolly at the Chevy year-end event because Chevy's giving more. More efficiency with Sonic and Cruise, more function in Equinox and Traverse, more dependability with the legendary Silverado, and more style in the all-new Malibu. Chevy's giving more at the year-end event because 'tis the season. Visit your North Country Chevy dealer. This holiday season, get a 2013 Equinox LS for around $199 per month.
WCAX.com truly is anywhere, anytime.
One of the hottest selling items this holiday season, weapons, as fears of new gun control laws send enthusiasts to the stores. But as Tara Mergener reports, proposals for new gun control laws have ignited a fierce debate on Capitol Hill.
Hundreds of protesters marched across the Brooklyn Bridge asking for new gun control laws. And there were demonstrations outside a gun shop in a Washington, D.C. suburb.
To allow these kind of guns that have no other purpose than to murder, slaughter innocent people and children is just insane.
Fear of new gun control laws has made the weapons one of the hottest selling items this Christmas.
Definitely trying to stock up and buy things I'm not potentially going to be able to get in the future. 2 weeks ago, you could have bought one gun for, $1,400. Now it's $25, $27,
The debate over gun control is just as heated here on Capitol Hill. The NRA, one of the most effective lobbying organizations in Washington, says it will fight any new restrictions.
What every mom and dad will make them feel better when they drop their kid off at school in January is if we have a police officer in that school.
The reaction to that plan was mixed among the parents we spoke with.
I think any effort to protect our children is worth it.
So no, we do not want people with guns in our school.
Senator Dianne Feinstein plans to present a bill banning assault weapons this January when the new Congress convenes. The head of the NRA points out there was a ban in place from 1994 until 2004.
It hasn't worked. Dianne Feinstein had her ban and Columbine occurred.
But others point out there was also an armed guard at Columbine. Tara Mergener for CBS News, Washington.
A house fire in New Ipswich, New Hampshire left 2 people dead, including a child. The Boston Globe reports a 2-year-old toddler and a 26-year-old man were found dead in the rubble after the blaze ripped through the house early Sunday morning. Their names have not been released. 5 others were also injured, 2 of them critically. The blaze was so severe that 12 departments from both New Hampshire and Massachusetts responded. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. A surfing Santa drew onlookers to upstate New York this weekend. Sunday morning, the surfing Santa set out to cross the Niagara River from Fort Erie to Buffalo using nothing but wind and surf. John Fulton started the surfing Santa back in 1985 to promote his windsurfing school, and the stunt went worldwide. Even after his school closed, he continued the tradition to raise awareness for homelessness, asking fans to donate items to local shelters during the holiday season. Christmas is tomorrow, and many people have decked their halls and houses for the holidays, but one Connecticut man has gone all out. Christopher Lambert designs an entire light show with an elaborate display that draws people from all over. The Brooklyn man says this year he has partnered with a charity, Paws for Purple Hearts, that trains service dogs to help veterans. He started the massive light show back in 2006 and says every year they've grown in popularity and lights. Well, that sure is something. Coming up next, New Hampshire Governor John Lynch is leaving office. What he says he's most proud of during his tenure as governor, next.
Dear Honda, thank you for giving my roommate a deal on her new car. She sure loved mine.
Hello? Hey, are you driving my car?
No. I can see you. So I made sure she got to the Honda sales event in time. She's actually not a bad roommate. Is that my sweater? Whoa.
Happy Honda Days end soon. Don't wait to get a deal on the all-new Accord. Now at your Honda dealer.
Don't have time to worry about your chipped or cracked windshield? Just make one quick call to Windshield World. It's easy. The Windshield World Auto Glass experts will fix it fast. They've got 20 locations throughout Vermont, New Hampshire, and New York. Free courtesy vehicles to get you home or to work, or same-day repair or replacement of your auto glass. And all you've got to do is pick up the phone and call. It's that simple. Locally owned and operated, Windshield World is the clear choice.
1-800-639-0666.
It's just what I wanted.
Not what you had in mind. Then come celebrate the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event and get $1,500 holiday bonus cash. And no payments until March 2013 on every new Sonata.
Just what I wanted.
Now, during Hyundai holidays, get $1,500 bonus cash or 0% financing for 60 months on a new Sonata. So hurry to your Hyundai dealer today.
Next, Dr. Phil, guilt trips. In real life?
She said she's going to get a second job to pay your loan. Is that okay with you?
And in the movies.
Silence, please. Rolling.
It's Barbara Streisand.
Can you tell us that moment?
I remember my son came in and said,
like you've never seen her before.
I get embarrassed.
You won't do it.
No, I'm too shy.
Why?
I have no idea.
Would you like to swing your feet up on the couch and I'll analyze it for you?
On the next Dr. Phil.
Today's weather is brought to you by the Vermont Mattress Depot.
New Hampshire Governor John Lynch is preparing to say goodbye. Lynch is leaving office in January. He is the first governor to be elected to 4 terms in the state's history. Lynch says his work in education, specifically raising the state's dropout age, is something he's most proud of. At times, Lynch's approval rating in the Granite State has been around 70%, one of the highest in the nation.
I'm out with the people all the time, trying to learn from them, trying to help them, trying to solve problems. I think about half the state now probably has my cell phone number. But I love people, and I like being out with people, and so I think that resonates well with the citizens of New Hampshire.
We sat down with Governor Lynch to talk about his legacy as governor and advice that he gives to his successor. That full story will air this week on the Channel 3 News at 6.